Hey, welcome back to another Moralis video. My name is Bharat, and in today's video, we're going to see how you can leverage Moralis APIs in order to get the top holders data for any Solana token. So let's get started. Alright, so before diving into the code, I'm just going to show you the API in action over at Moralis.com. And if you're not familiar with Moralis, Moralis is a crypto terminal that's powered by our data APIs. Here you can find data about any token across any chain. So as you can see, we've got our trending tokens here. You can see the prices, the volume, market cap, liquidity, holders, etc. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on how you can actually get the holders for any Solana token using the API. So for that, I'm just going to go into a Solana token and I've got Popcat right here. You can see we've got all the stats about Popcat. We've got its chart. You can see its holders as well. All these data is coming from our APIs. And similarly, if you see right here, we've got all the holders itself. So you can see what is the wallet address that's holding, whether it's a wallet or a contract. You can see how much it's actually holding and also how much percentage of total supply it controls. So we're going to see how you can get this data using Moralis API. And for doing that, what you can do is you can just open up our API docs using this toolbar right here. So once you click on this, you can see it opens up our docs. And this is the single point of reference you need for all of our APIs. So any kind of data you see over here can actually be obtained through API, even the charts or the pair stats, the trending tokens, etc. So once you're here in docs, you can basically head over to Solana API. And once you're here, you can also just check out this page because this page kind of shows you all the Moralis screenshots and what APIs are actually powering a specific feature. So if you want to check out that, you can do that right here. And once you're here, you can click on API reference. And if you go to overview, these are all the APIs which are available on Solana. So as you can see right here, we've got the token snipers, filtered tokens, trending tokens, etc. So for getting our token holders, you can just get into get token holders section, and over here you can see we've got get top holders. So this get top holders endpoint actually retrieves all of the top holders for a specific Solana token. So before we get started with the next step, what you need to do is you just need to get into developers.moralis.com and obtain the API key. So once you've logged in, you can basically see this dashboard, and here's where you can track your API consumption, your usage, etc., and also get your API key. So once you've copied your API key right here, you can come back to our docs and you can just paste your API key here so that you can try the API out straight from docs, etc. So I've already done that right here, and if you see, we have got the network set to mainnet. This is the endpoint that we basically need to query for holders. As you can see, we've got slash token slash network slash address slash top holders. So this is the endpoint that we're interested in for getting all this data. The next thing we need is to copy the popcat address. So I'm just going to copy that right here. And if we come back here and paste the address, we have popcat address now, and we can also see like we've got the code snippets across various languages. You can either test live API straight from this, or you can run it on your terminal. So I'm going to run it on my terminal so it's easy for us to see. And I'm just going to copy this. There we go. And let's put this here. All right. So now we should actually receive all the top holders of Popcat. And as you can see, we've got everything right here. And by default, if you see, it's actually sorted by descending order of the holders. And that's what you see right here based on the percentage relative of total supply that they control. So you can see this is the one we just saw, which controls 11.19 over here. So you can see over here, and rest basically follow after that. So this is the owner address that's actually holding these Popcat tokens. You can see the balance. You can see the formatted balance as well. And you also get the USD value of the tokens that they're actually holding. And you can also see the percentage relative to total supply that they're controlling. So this is actually the API that powers the holders feature over at Moralis. And you can use this API if you want to do like a whole lot of different analysis on particular token. If you want to find out like what address actually control the max supply of Popcat and what other tokens do they hold, etc. You can basically use this data in combination with some of our other endpoints in order to do such analysis. And to stay updated with all the latest features and launches, you can just check out our changelog because all the new updates get put on the changelog. And over here, you can see we've got the top holders API, which is the one that we just saw. And using the top holders API, you can get like a list of all the top holders, the balances, USD values. You can paginate between the further entries available for the holders, etc. Apart from that, you also can see right here what you can actually do. So you can actually use these endpoints to identify the largest holders, and based on that, you can basically do some analysis like with the token holder stats and historical holders API in order to like check how much percentage of these holders are whales, or how the holders acquisition came to be, whether it's a swap event or a transfer event or acquisition. So all this data comes through our API, and you can basically combine this endpoint along with some of our other endpoints in order to get a whole lot of data on it. And if you want to check out the EVM version of the stop holders, you can just click here and it's going to take you straight to our ERC20 token holders endpoint. So once we have got all these holders, you can basically visualize this in this chart, or you can also put it in like a pie chart, etc., showing the top holders by their by the supply that they basically control or their holdings. And that's basically how you can use the top holders endpoint in order to get the holders data. So this works for any Solana token. So if you want to go back, let's try getting this for like, let's say render. So I'm just going to open up render and I'm going to copy the token address. Once you've done that, you can just paste it right here. And this time I'm going to test live API straight from docs. So you can see it's running. So it takes quite some time while you're doing it from the docs versus your terminal, because the terminal is direct. And as you can see, we've got the cursor, you can see we've got the balance, you can see we've got the address that controls how much is the USD value, etc. And as you can see, this works for any Solana token over here. We've got 21.56. And this is basically the wallet you just see right here as well. So that's how easy it is for you to use the top holders endpoint in order to get the holders for any Solana token. So if you have any questions related to this endpoint, just drop them in the chat and I'll be sure to get to them. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to stay tuned to all our further videos. Thank you.